Well, I'm going to try and make this one an interesting one. I'm going to try. Right, we've actually been sent, and this one's probably come from about 50-60 mile away. This one's come from down by the sea, Bognor. Okay, this one's got a lack of power. It's a Skoda VR, and it's 130 brake horsepower, and it's back in 2007. And these are quite special, these ones. These ones have even got a number on the seat because they only made 1,000 of them. I got this information by talking to the customer, and then I was trying to get as much information by talking to him to see what could help me to actually fix the car as well. So this one here has got no power whatsoever. It just does not accelerate. So I'm going to show you the fault codes of what I've actually got on it, and then we'll just get down to doing some diagnostics and see what the problem is and actually prove it and say, right, this is what components we need before we change it. I've already done a bit of testing, and I don't think it's the turbo. I'll leave that there, but I'll show you that later on. Right, okay, then we're going to get my laptop and I'm going to show you the codes. Okay, I'm back again. Right, now this is what the fault codes is when I plugged into it when the customer was here, because I wanted to ask a few questions while we were waiting for my mate Clive. Now here we go. Now these are the fault codes, and what I've got is camshaft position sensor, no signal. Well, I'm going to be honest, I think that's possibly could mean something else as well. Manifold pressure sensor, okay, that one is an open or short to ground. So these two here are the ones that are actually making me think what it is. Missing messages, AC control, yeah, these two here I'm not going to be worried too much about, because I think there's a possibility we might lose these when we get these two here. So the first thing we're going to do, because the easiest one to get to, because I don't know where the manifold pressure sensor is yet, is we're going to check the camshaft position sensor. So it's going to be nice and easy and see what we got. All right, so as I say, the actual cam sensor is hidden all behind here, but that wire then comes all the way over here, and then there's the connector, and here is what that connects into, and there's the crankshaft sensor down there. Well, I'm not worried about crankshaft sensor because nothing's being told. So if we plug into here, I've got a good earth. All right, hold on, I ain't got the ignition on, have I? Ignition on, yes. Right, now let's go in again. So we're going to go in here again, ignition on, and as you can see I've got 4.8 volts. Now that to me is a signal wire, which is the ghost voltage. So obviously that's connected to the ECU. So what we're after now, if this is 4.8, it means we're after a 5 volt reference, which must be coming from there. Can you see that? We've got nothing. Right, so we could either have a broken wire between there and there, or we could have that boost sensor that might be pulling this 5 volt reference down, possibly, or there's a problem with the ECU. Now that's my starter for 10 and how we're going to fight this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to find where that boost sensor, or where that boost sensor is, a map sensor, isn't it, which should be reading this. So I'm going to start with finding that and disconnect it, and I want to see if my 5 volt reference comes back. Right, give us a minute to find it, and then we'll catch up from there. Oh yeah, what else was it? I have got a wiring diagram. Right, let's shut that down. Here it is. Here's my wiring diagram, and as you can see, there is my my map sensor, And this, it could be a boost sensor, it could be just the way the Volkswagen have put it. What is it? Here we go. Inlet manifold pressure sensor. So, and it's got a temp sensor to it as well. And here is my my camshaft sensor, G40. And as you can see, these two here are not connected either way. Got a good ground there. Obviously, well, that don't make sense, does it? G40, we've got 4 wires, and I've only got 3. Or is it up top? Trev, are you wrong? G45, G28, G40 is camshaft sensor. G40, where's G40? Let's just open that up a little bit more. Where's G40? Oh, there it is. There's G40. Flipping out, what a wally. Right, there's G40, which thing, don't know what that is, but that is there, is that boost sensor. So, they're not connected, are they? Crankshaft sensor is to the cam, but it's not connected to the boost sensor. Right, let's have a little look where we're going, but as I say, J45 should be engine ECU, I would have thought. They are, yeah. That one's the ECU. Right. Okay, just to check my wiring diagram, make sure it's correct, and it looks very much it is correct. I've just checked the signal wire, which is there, and that goes to pin 109, and I've got no ohms, so the wiring's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test the actual feed wire, the one that feeds the 5 volts, and we're going to pin into 101 and see what we get then. Okay, so I'm plugged into pin 101, which should go to that pin there. Okay, so I mean the wiring diagram was right on there, so I mean it's got to be that one. So let's put it in there. See anything? I see nothing. I see broken wires. We have a Bluetooth wire here somewhere that's not connected. Right, now I've got to strip all this down and find it. But that's a good start. I like that. No guessing going on here, is there? Hey? Right, battery out, strip all the tray out and get underneath there, and then we can find that broken wire and then get this car back on the road. Okay, we're getting closer. I've stripped all the battery out, as you can see. Battery's down there, and I've got my Trusty 3000 out, and we're plugged into that wire that had no 5 volt reference, because I thought it's going to be in here. Now I didn't go into this side because I wasn't sure it was 101, but I am now. So what you do is, you see, and it beeps. So when you're going down here, it beeps. So it tells you there's continuity between this and that. So you follow it down all the way, and then if you see down here, we're looking at that blue and black wire, this one here. Okay, so if you go here, there's nothing there, is there? But then when you go down, there it is. Can you hear it? Up, down. So let's have a little look down there. See if this tool's any good. Let's have a look. What's that there? Hold on. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can pull it. There we go. There's your broken wire. There. See the green? There she is. Right, all we've got to do now is solder an extra bit in there, and then that will complete the circuit, and it will give us a 5 volt reference, and hopefully that's all that's wrong with this car. Right, let's get that soldered up, get it back together again, because I'll tell you what, it's half tight in there. It really is tight to get anything going, but we'll get there. I've been in worse places. Right, let's solder it up, see if we've proved the point. Okay, what we're doing here is we're cleaning up the wires because the wires have gone black. So I've got some special little saws here that makes the wires go back to copper, and I've got to do both sides, and then I can solder in I had to cut out about sort of 3 inches worth, so as you can see now that's gone all nice and coppery now. Right, let's do the bottom one. It's a pig to get to. Okay, we've got it all soldered up. And I've used glue heat shrink, so it stops all the contaminants getting in there. Right, all I've got to do now is put it back together again and test it, and if it's right then we're going to give it a test drive. But that was definitely a fault there, and now it should be showing a 5-volt reference when we test it over there. So give us a minute. Ah, I was wrong, it wasn't a 5-volt reference. Have a look at this. We're going in the same one, and we've got 12 volts now going to the cam sensor. Right, all I need to do now is wrap this up, give it a test drive, and then I'll just wrap this video up afterwards if there's no fault codes or there's something else has come up, because now I'll fix something properly. So let's see what comes up. Right, but I'm quite happy so far. It's a beautiful day. Okay, I took it for a test run, and 2 fault codes, no sorry, 1 fault code came back, and it was that boost pressure sensor. Didn't drive very well, but it starts up first time, every time now the cam sensor's working. So I tried to find out where the map sensor was, and I thought it was going to be on the intake, but it's not. It's on this. It doesn't mean map sensor, it means boost sensor. So I found the boost sensor, and I plugged into it, and I've got my 2 5-volt references like in the ECU. I've got a good earth, but I've got no supply again. Same problem as what was with the cam sensor, and this is where it is. And as you can see, it was intermittent because it was touching, but it looks like the solder joint's broken. So every once in a while it was touching, and that's the second fault I've got, because it wasn't running very. The turbo was running when it wants to, but I think this was just touching it and it was making the turbo work. So what I'm going to do is solder this back up again, and then we'll take it out for a test drive, and then we'll finalise this one, and it can go back on the road. But yeah, that's the problem. Right, let's get it soldered up. Okay, I soldered that wire up, and I did test it, and it was an earth actually, so that works fine. I've just taken it for a test drive, and she all looks pretty good. So all we want to know is, have I got, so I've done about 5 miles, done, go back, fault codes, there we go. All it was just 2 broken wires, supply, 1 for the cam sensor and 1 for the boost sensor, and soldered up, added a bit of wire, and this vehicle now is ready to go back. It's an interesting one, but yeah, it's done and it's going. Anyway, everyone have a cracking weekend. Be good. Bye.